Hey everyone, you're listening to the Nerd Boys Comic Book Podcast. I am Marco.
And Damon is back to bother you guys again.
Oh yeah, bothering all of us. Yeah, but this week we're going to be talking about Iron Fist, Infinity War, and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Yeah, we are not too far away from Iron Fist, which I'm strangely excited about. I like the tone that they're going for in this one. It looks really cool. It looks like a lighter version of Daredevil, kind of.
Yeah, like a goofy Daredevil. All the kung fu with none of the seriousness.
Yeah. But at the same time, like, Colin Wing looks cool. Everybody looks cool. It looks like they're going to, like, give everybody some room to breathe and do stuff, which is, I don't know. It's really hard because people get so mad about being excited about the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but it's just going so well. Like,
there's nothing wrong about being excited for a good thing.
Like, oh yeah, you're just a Marvel fanboy. It's just like, yeah, but I also really know how stories work, and this is a good story. I love the him coming back, just being like, hey, yes, Danny Rand, and then they're just like, no
security.
Yeah, like,
get this hobo out of the lobby.
I know, he looks like a hobo too. It's good.
And you see his iPod. He's got like the first generation iPod with him.
I didn't see that
because he's been gone for so long.
That makes so much sense. I love that. I love that because not only is that really, really funny, but it's also super true. If you have a first generation iPod, if you keep it good, it's still working. Like those things are juggernaut.
How do you keep it charged in Kunlun? Did he just charge up his Iron Fist?
Yeah, with the Iron Fist power. That's how
That's
how he did it. You saw it glowing. It looked cool. He punched the ground, everything. That could charge up an iPhone easily. Are you serious?
Yeah. And I think Iron Fist is one of my favorite obscure Marvel characters.
Oh man.
Like, I didn't know about him until like Bendis' New Avengers, really. And I just was like, oh, I love you.
I think I didn't know. I knew about Iron Fist for a long time, but I didn't really get a glimpse of Iron Fist until Spider-Man lost his spider sense, and he had to learn how to actually fight.
Yeah.
Which was really good and really funny, because he was just like no, like that's you gotta like actually know what you're doing. You can't just like wildly punch around, which I thought it was a really cool thing for Dan Slott to do in his run. I just think his run is he's one of my favorite Spider-Man writers and one of the best ones that's written since like Jerry Conway or something. I don't know.
But do you think he stayed on for too long right now?
No. I mean, I feel like I like the idea of Peter Parker in Tony Stark's financial position. I think that's just like a really interesting situation to put him in, because I think he's always done a really good job of staying true to that character, and I think that like because of that, it's good to put him in new situations. I don't like when they solution for making things status quo, for bringing things back to good, is to just make everything back the way it was, instead of like, okay, this is a new situation, but this is how it makes sense. When characters act out of character, then it bugs you. Like in the new X-Men, Storm is doing a lot of stuff I'm not used to her doing, and it's bugging me, you know? It's not because they fighting Inhumans necessarily, or because I guess it'll end with them going to another planet or whatever they're doing, but it's because she's just not acting like the Storm I'm used to seeing, you know? She's too quickly deciding to like fight other people and not think first, you know? And that's not the character I'm used to.
Yeah.
So I like Dan Slott's run because he does stuff that makes sense in the realm of his characters. Like the idea of putting, at first I was mad about it, but making Dr. Octopus, the character of Dr. Octopus specifically, being the character that takes over Peter's mind and tries to become Spider-Man, tries to become a better version of Spider-Man. I mean, that makes so much sense. That's such a thing he would do. It's weird. It's kind of out of left field, but that's kind of what comics are for. Like these weird out of left field things. One of my favorite characters is Beta Ray Bill. He's a giant horseman who also is honorable. I just, like, he's dope. And so like that's that weird stuff is cool. Or like Frankencastle versus that weird town where Punisher was like an angel or something. Like,
yeah.
Frankencastle makes way more, ends up working because he's still Frank Castle, but he's just also a Frankenstein monster right now, you know? Whereas they're fundamentally changing the origin story of Punisher and now making him hunt demons. Like, what? Get the fuck out of here. Like, that's stupid.
Yeah, but anyway, Iron Fist. That was
Yeah. I'm excited to see how it goes. I think I'm excited about it too because Iron Fist, of all the characters, he's the one I've known the least about. I don't know that much about Danny Rand's history. I know his origin story. I know his connections to Luke Cage. I don't know who he is. I don't know what he's about. Like, I don't know his side characters, all of that stuff. So this is a totally new experience for me, and I'm really excited. I also want to see how much they tie it into the other series.
Oh yeah, Defenders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just,
Well, we see Rosario Dawson in the trailer.
yeah. Well, of course, Rosario's gonna be there. She's amazing.
Yeah. Do you think she'll be the Coulson?
She is the Coulson. She's already the Coulson, basically.
Do you think she's gonna get killed off?
Oh, do you think she's gonna get killed off?
Yeah.
Oh, I hope not. I'd be so sad. I'd be like, no, Rosario.
Like she's kissed 2 out of the 3 Defenders so far.
Right.
She's probably gonna be like, should I kiss Daddy? Nah.
No, I don't think they're just gonna make her go around just like making out with everybody. But
She'll kiss Jessica.
I am really excited about the awkward moment where they all three, where it's Jessica Jones, Rosario Dawson, and Luke Cage. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, just okay.
How do
We both hooked up with this guy.
Yeah. How do they handle that? Because she, like, Jessica Jones, like, is she has feelings for Luke Cage. She has real feelings for him. So it's like, I don't know if she's gonna be like as okay as she wants to be about it. She definitely is gonna pretend. I'm pretty sure she's gonna pretend it's totally cool.
No, I'm glad you moved on. I'm glad you didn't hook up with me because I killed your wife or whatever.
Yeah, like, even though it wasn't my fault. Whatever, it's fine. We can not forget about that.
All Kilgrave said was take care of her. She decided to kill her.
We knew what he meant.
Context clues, you know.
We knew what he meant. We knew what kind of person he was. He was the Doctor Who anymore.
He was evil Obi-Wan Kenobi.
He was evil. Actually, I feel like David Tennant would make a good like Obi-Wan Kenobi. So since they did like a TV series, I would watch that.
Yeah. These aren't the droids you're looking for.
And then we got a little bit of news about Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, a wee bit of news.
Yeah.
Well, most of the stuff pretty much came from the Infinity War concept art.
Yeah. So, not a lot of news, but there's this, like, thing he might have, his axe, which means that he could lose the hammer, which, then what? Are they going to do Jane Foster Thor?
I was like, oh my god, they're going to be unworthy, and then, like, Avengers 3 or 4 is going to introduce the new Thor, and then it's going to go, like, crazy from there. But, how do you pronounce his axe? Is it Jumbo Juice?
Oh, no, his axe? I don't fucking know.
I always just want to say Jumbo Juice.
Jumbo Juice is the name of his axe officially, according to the Nerd Boy podcast.
Yeah, Jason Aaron, get on that. Make sure to retcon that in.
Yeah, because in other words, I really want to read that book because it's Jason Aaron and Olivier Coipel, which is just like a combination that I haven't seen before, but I'm very excited about because I love both of those people. And it's like, so I gotta get on Unworthy Thor. I'm probably gonna pick it up when it comes out, like full trade version, so I can just like enjoy that.
Yeah, I think it's only gonna be like 5 or 6 issues.
Yeah, is it? It's only gonna be like.
This is a limited run.
Oh, really?
And then it's gonna tie it back into Mighty Thor, I think.
Oh, okay. I want to see what happens because this seems really cool, and I'm curious how they're gonna interact because there's been a lot of talk of them going back to the status quo. And you always have to be curious what that means when they talk about it in comics, because sometimes it's like rebirth and sometimes it's heroes reborn. Like,
Oh, God. Just everyone's super muscular Rob Liefeld drawing.
Yeah, like sometimes it's like, great, okay, like they figured out the balance between the new stuff and the older stuff and pleasing people and doing their own thing, because you get really cool stuff like Super Sons.
Yeah.
I'm not about to ruin that for you, but it's fun. It's a fun.
I can't wait.
But I'm really excited for that movie.
Yeah, Infinity War?
Thor Ragnarok.
Both. Thor Ragnarok and Infinity War.
Yeah. Like, I've never been excited for... The thing about it, though, is I've never been excited for any of the Thor movies. I go see them, I'm like, this is alright. Kat Dennings is here. And then, you know, they always kind of come off to me like, just like there. But this one is like shaping up to be the weirdest and most interesting one yet.
I know, because you got Thor, Hulk, Doctor Strange, maybe like some Planet Hulk in there.
Yeah, Planet Hulk stuff.
Oh, Valkyrie.
Valkyrie's going to show up in it. I'm really excited to see what her costume ends up looking like in that. I'm excited about that.
Plot twist. She's female Thor.
Yeah, right? Like, she's the one that gets the hammer. Then the characters, Fenris, Wolf, Surtur, Hela, all those characters, like, it's either going to be like the worst one of the Thor movies or like the best one, you know?
I think it'll be crazy and they can pull it off. And it'll be like the best, well, not the best third movie, but like one of the best third movies.
I think the best one so far has been Captain America. Like, honestly, I think Captain America trilogy is the only trilogy I've seen just progressively get better.
Yeah.
As it goes through. And every movie is good in it, as opposed to like it usually being the first one's good, the middle one's the best one, the last one is the worst one. You know, that kind of thing. It's like, no, that third one is like the peak of just superhero awesome. And then let's talk about Infinity War.
Oh yeah, let's just move straight on to Infinity War with that little clip that they showed us with Tom Holland, Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Pratt.
Yeah. And then they were like explaining what's it gonna be like. Infinity War is gonna change everything. What we're doing here at Marvel is trying to create a universe that's expansive and joyful and all of that. All of the Kevin Feige things.
Yeah, it's before every Avengers movie's like, yeah, we're building up towards this with the whole blah, 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 blah. And Infinity War, if you haven't been paying attention to the past, like, 10 years of movies, this is what it's going to be about. It's Thanos, and he's going to wreck everyone's shit.
Right?
And for 2 movies straight, he's just going to knock them all around.
I think, in the way they make it sound, like, in Infinity War, the first one, Thanos is going to be, like, the main character. Like, he's going to be the one we're, like, mostly following, and everybody else is just kind of, like, getting stuff ready and, like, experiencing Thanos. And at the end of that, I'm pretty sure it's going to leave everybody pretty sad and somebody pretty dead.
Who do you think's going to die?
Oh, man. I feel like it's got to be, like, Cap or Tony, honestly. I think if somebody dies, I think it'll be Cap or Tony. Or, you know what? Also Vision. Vision's pretty high on the list, too, because
he literally has a gem in his forehead.
Like, he's basically got to be like, nope. Just, like, put it in, and he's just like, no. And, like, Scarlet Witch is, like, freaking out. So Vision's probably the highest on the list because he's the most logical person to get offed. There was also somebody was talking about, because Tom Holland had the
oh, he has motion capture on his face,
that it might be
the black suit,
which
it makes so much sense.
Yeah, it does,
because in the comics originally he gets
like,
in Secret Wars.
Yeah, he gets in Secret Wars because they're in space, but this is they still in space. I'm wondering. So that'll be so cool, and I hope they do the big spider. That was one thing I couldn't stand about the black suit in the original movie. There was no reason for them not to do the big spider. They just changed it slightly, and it was just like a dark version of his normal suit, and I wanted to see like an all black suit. But I really hope that it just looks really cool, and I'm really excited about it. And then there's this I'm wondering about Adam Warlock. I feel like he has to be in it on some level, but at the same time, I feel like that's a really big character.
Yeah, I mean, they teased him in Thor: The Dark World and
Guardians. Yeah. But unlike a lot of other characters, like, we haven't had a chance to, like, meet him or be introduced to the concept of him. And even though his sister or another character that's kind of like a similar origin is in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, James Gunn has made it sound like
they're not connected.
Yeah, they're not. The most we might get from that is a post-credit scenes where we figure out why the Guardians even know to go to Earth or whatever. But other than that, we don't really get anything. So I'm curious if he's like lying a little bit or like being a bit misleading about how it ties into Infinity War, if it ties into Infinity War or not. But at the same time, he's probably the most like auteur director that's in the Marvel stable right now. So he functions best not connecting all that stuff in, you know, not being the person that has to deal with the connections and the little like nonsense, all of that.
The whatever.
Yeah, the little things. Like, they was able to build a story around it in the first movie, but then the next one is just like doing his own thing, which I was gonna say, I'm excited about Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Very much so, because I feel like James Gunn is a really good director. I don't know if you've ever seen his other superhero movie, which is Super.
I saw it, yes.
That is one of my favorite movies. It's so good.
And it gets really overshadowed by Kick-Ass, which came out the same year.
Yeah, right? And they both good movies. I like both. But, you know, I guess, like, Kick-Ass is a little bit bigger, and it's, like, a bigger, like, kind of production movie, as opposed to, what's the name, is kind of about this, it's, like, in a neighborhood, but it's just so cool. And it, like, when you come into Super, you kind of think it's just going to be, like, this delusional guy, and there won't be any really cool fights and stuff in it. But even though it's about a delusional guy, it's also these really cool fights in it. You get to see Rainn Wilson kick ass, which is not a thing that I thought
and Ellen Page.
Yeah, that was dope. Ellen Page's character is great, and she gets murked in which is sad for me. I have like the hugest crush on Ellen Page. No, I don't care.
It's like well.
I was like, oh, this is sad. Like, this is weird, but it's nice and to see him talk to the fans. I feel like he's in all the little problems that people didn't like about Guardians of the Galaxy 1, I think he's gonna fix in Guardians of the Galaxy 2. And so it's gonna be this great movie, and then probably this greater, more like finely tuned movie that's just it's cool. And Drax looks like he gets like a lot of really good lines in this.
Yeah, it looks like everyone gets, because they set him up all in the first one, and then the second one seems it's all like, now we get to play with him.
Yeah,
in ways that we didn't really get to do in the first one.
Yeah, because you introduce everybody, and that's the cool part about a sequel. I think the worst sequels are usually sequels that like take everything back to point A. You know, it's like let's do everything over again. Like, instead of like going, there's more. Like, we're doing more. Like, the things from the last movie still count. They still happened. The people are still around. Someone just doesn't disappear randomly in the sequel. Like, oh, they got a job in Norway, but they were like the second character. They helped you save everybody. What do you mean? Like, and then you fell in love. Like, what do you mean? You can't just like disappear, go to Norway, and just introduce another hot girl and tell me that's good enough. It's not.
You can't Karate Kid to this.
Right?
You can't just be like, oh no, we broke up, but I'm gonna go to Japan and get a Japanese girlfriend now.
Right? Exactly.
Or you can't do The Hangover, where it's just like, nah, the second one, it's just the first one.
It's just the first one in Thailand.
Yeah. Like,
it's weird. It's not, that's not fun. No one wants to see that. They want to see these new people go on new adventures that, you know, harken back to the old ones. The old ones still count, but, you know, they're doing something new. They've learned new things. They're not experiencing the same things. If someone was gruff and mean to the first one and learned to be nice, they nice in this one too. You know, like, we see in Drax, like, open up to people, and the way he does it is hilarious, and that's add to his character, you know. That's great, you know.
Yeah, it seems like he's trying to really grow a personality besides on the serious one.
Yeah, exactly. But at the same time, he's still that person, so it's like he doesn't even realize when he's like being mean to people or doing stuff they don't want.
He's trying to be the fun-loving one,
yeah,
but he doesn't realize that. And
I'm excited about Mantis too, because Mantis looks cool.
Yeah,
the way they've been talking about her, like, she sounds really cool.
I like how she just gets crushed. Like, why? How durable is she? Right? What's going on here? I hope she's okay.
Yeah, I'm excited to see Kurt Russell as a planet.
I'm excited to see him as a planet and as a dude, and maybe as a flashback too.
Yeah. Yeah, because we talked about that last time. Like, it might be like a flashback thing going on, which is, I hope so. I hope we get to see it. I hope it's. I'm so excited. A lot of things are happening this year that are good. I just hope that people are wrong about the world ending, about America going down the drain or whatever. You know, we can last a little bit longer.
Yeah, at least until the second Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
After that.
Yeah. Then I'm good. Exactly. I just need to see Black Panther, Infinity War Part 2, Captain Marvel, and another Spider-Man movie with Tom Holland, and I'm good. America can go down a crapper. We'll figure it out when we get there.
Like, I don't care about the DC movies right now. If they make a good one, whatever.
This is a good way to segue into...
Oh, yeah, Ben Affleck?
Ben Affleck possibly leaving the Batman, which is, like, this huge downer, honestly. I like Ben Affleck as Batman.
Yeah. I mean, so far, he's only left as director, and he's still on as a producer and an actor, so far.
Yeah.
But there's a huge rumor that he's going to step down altogether.
Yeah. Altogether. And it sounds like he's going through a lot right now, which is why I'm like, that might actually happen. Like, you can't be like, oh yeah. But then again, it seems like for whatever reason to me, whenever like famous people are doing a lot of work, whenever something bad is going on in their life, they end up doing a lot more stuff at work.
Maybe to distract themselves from
like all of us, we like, okay, let me just put myself into my work, So like around the time like J-Lo and Mark Anthony broke up, like she released an album and stuff. Like it was like, what? Like you just went through a thing. Like
And Ben Affleck, he's like, I'm going through a divorce. I'll be Batman.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'll just be Batman. I'll just focus on being Batman. I mean, I don't want him to leave as Batman. I don't think he'll leave. I don't think he'll end up leaving but I was watching Emergency Awesome, and he was saying that, like, chances are he's contractually obligated to at least do that first Batman movie.
He's not. Well, he's signed on for something, but
Yeah.
I know, like, he wasn't signed on to direct. So he was like, I'll drop out.
Yeah.
If he's at least signed on to act, he might do a little bit and then get killed off. And they'll replace him with like Dick Grayson or something.
They probably won't do that. They probably just gonna like act like it's the same person and we all didn't notice, just like with Val Kilmer. It's just like, oh yeah, this isn't Michael Keaton, but it's still Bruce Wayne, you guys. He just turned blonde and looks like Val Kilmer.
Don't worry, Alfred's still the same.
Yeah. Which I thought I wasn't excited about Jeremy Irons Alfred at first. Like that was the thing I was like the most worried about going into Batman v Superman for whatever reason. I was just like, is he gonna be a good Alfred?
And he was like, long live the Bat.
But I actually really enjoyed Jeremy Irons as Alfred. I was like, okay, cool. He can come after Michael Caine, who I love as Alfred. People hate Michael Caine, but I love Michael Caine in general. So like him as Alfred is the best in his like weird voice.
Master Wayne.
Yeah.
I let you down, Master Wayne.
Master Wayne, you have to go outside. You have to stop. I can't do it. But like,
Michael Caine. That's the best Michael Caine I can do right now.
Right. Bane.
Bane was Alfred the entire time.
Yeah, that's what really happened.
No, Alfred had an illegitimate child. And he got arrested.
That's actually isn't that a thing that happened? Well, no, I don't think his daughter's illegitimate. I think his daughter's just his daughter. He just left to raise Bruce for some weird reason, and she was like, "Hey, you guys, I'm here in black and awesome."
Oh, Alfred.
Like, yeah, I actually don't know her origin that well. She like popped up. I like was reading Batman, and then she just seemed to pop up, and I was like, where did she come from? What is this? That's the character I want to see. Yeah. But yeah, that's kind of messed up. But we talked about the director, though, that they seem to have locked in for the Batman movie.
Oh yeah, Matt Reeves.
I'm excited about that, though. I think that's a good choice. I think he's the kind of person who fits in between that like visionary director's place and like just a shooter. The kind of people that they're perfect for these superhero movies because you need somebody with enough vision that's gonna be like that cares enough about the thing to get invested in the creative process and to learn how to love what they're doing. But you need somebody who is gonna be cool with the fact that they might have to say, you know, add this character in to make it all make sense in the long run, you know, or, you know, cut out some storyline or just to work with the studio a little bit more. And I think Matt Reeves is a really good choice for that because his movies kind of fit into that category. These really great these really great and like semi-cerebral blockbusters that, you know, have all the stuff you want in it, action and shoot 'em ups and, you know, monkeys crying. And I don't know about you, I want monkeys crying in my movies.
Imagine Gorilla Grodd in the Batman movie.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. That'd be so cool if Grodd is like the villain in Flash. I'm so sad about Flash.
Oh, man. Don't get me started.
Everything I hear about the movie at first I was like really excited. When they like first lost what's the name and then they got Rick Famuyiwa who did Dope, I was like, yes, I'm excited about this. Let's do it, right? Like, and then it was just like, he's gone. I was like, what? Now we're writing the script. Like, what?
We're rewriting from page 1.
And
Don't worry about that other script. That
and I
was garbage.
accepted, and I finally accepted that Ezra Miller was not Dick Grayson, and instead they were making him Barry Allen. I was finally accepting that because that was my idea that he be Dick Grayson for like the last 6 years. I've been wanting that for so long, and they were just like, almost.
But Barry does have a weird connection to Bruce. Just like, hey man, you're sitting in my chair.
Yeah, is that his point?
Can we be friends? I need friends.
I'm watching Rick and Morty in the background, man.
This is a really good episode. It's where the devil, you know, had that chop.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh no!
I fucking love that episode. They like beat the crap out of people for 2 minutes at the end. I died the entire time. Like, there are things that will kill you, and that episode is the thing that could possibly. I'm pretty sure it's kill somebody because it's so funny.
You know, I'd laugh if Barry was like too focused on the TV and the batarang just went straight to his head.
Right? Oh, he like just almost missed. Like it was like really close, and he was like, "Whoa, my bad." Like Rick and Morty is so good.
I'm sorry. Were you saying something? What's this about a Justice League? What?
Yeah, I don't know how to be about the Justice League movie. It's coming this year. I'm probably gonna go see it. Like I went to go see Batman v Superman, but I really just hope it's good. Like if they got a good writer, it should be fine. You know.
But they didn't. It's the same people behind BVS.
Well, like Zack Snyder's such a good shooter. Like he's such a good person to like. He's such a good like visual director. Every movie he makes looks pretty, but if he doesn't have a good writer with him, it's always gonna be bad.
He's really lost. He's like, gotta film this great shot, but there's no story.
Yeah, like he doesn't care as much about story, and like the reason why Watchmen and 300 work pretty well is because both of those stories he was able to tell the entire story for the most part, you know, with very little cutout, and he already had these very good stories that worked already. He didn't have to change it for film. They were already these really well crafted stories. So like having somebody who can counterwrite come in, just basically retell Watchmen in the script. Like if he does a good job shooting it, it's gonna be a decent movie. But with Batman v Superman, this was them from scratch, just molding a bunch of stuff together, and
maybe too much stuff.
Yeah, too much stuff. And honestly, it might not even be too much stuff. It might just be how they handled it. Like, it's really hard to say that. It's really hard to say that after Civil War. There's so much in that movie. And Batman v Superman had less. I feel like it had less moving parts going on, and I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, that's so weird. It's like you have like a weird homage to Dark Knight Returns, and you also have the death of Superman, the introduction of Wonder Woman, the intro to the Justice League. You have the intro to this new Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
You have some weird plot to frame Superman for murder in the Middle East.
Yeah, what was that? Jimmy also got shot in the face in the beginning. Like, that was a thing.
That was sad. I was like, oh, Jimmy, why?
I know. I just think it's bogus because they was like, his whole point was just to do that. Was just to be like, that'd be funny if we shot Jimmy Olsen. Like, that was basically how he sounded about it. Like,
bro, wouldn't it be funny if, like, Jimmy Olsen, like, Superman's best friend, like, died and there was nothing he could do about it?
Right? And didn't even care. It's not like Superman, they had set up a relationship with Jimmy Olsen and he just killed him in the first 30 minutes because that's what you do, I guess. That was... Why? Like, it's just so many things in that movie and I'm just like, why did they do that? Why did they do that? Why?
Why is this happening? What are you doing?
And it's like I really just didn't think it was gonna be that bad. I thought it was gonna be like Man of Steel at the worst, which was like, for me, I didn't hate Man of Steel, but it's ultimately kind of forgettable as a movie.
Yeah.
And there are parts that's just like, doesn't make sense. But it's got good performances. You got Michael Shannon as Zod, which I thought was great. Like, Michael Shannon's great. Like, he always commits, even if he's like half. He seems to not give a shit, but he always sounds like he doesn't give a shit. So, who cares? But it doesn't. It worked. At the end of the day, it's a decent movie. Like, I could have watched. If it was the same kind of movie, I would have been satisfied with that. I would have been like, that was alright. I would understand people were trying to defend it, but it just wasn't good. It was just us there. And I really don't want that from Justice League. I really don't want to see Cyborg and Aquaman and Wonder Woman get the short end of the stick in the story. I don't want to see, I don't
want to see another Batman movie with his sidekicks.
Right, yeah. I want everybody to feel like they're there for a reason, and I want to feel like, especially with characters like Cyborg's being introduced in this movie, and yeah, he's basically the one of the characters that people probably have the least knowledge of.
Yeah, like outside of the Teen Titans show.
Yeah, outside of the Teen Titans show, and because we've seen less versions of him. We've seen many versions of all these other characters. We know what they like. We know what they should be like. We know how they talk and stuff like that. But with Cyborg, he's kind of the person that needs the most character development in the movie, kind of like how Black Widow was in Avengers, where she was probably the one that got the most like personal stories because she didn't have her own solo thing, And if he's just like, I'm Cyborg, and then just is like, they're just like, and he makes a joke, and it's mostly just a stoic person the entire movie, and then he punches somebody at the end, then no one's gonna care he was there.
If he's a walking plot device, because he is a mother box.
Yeah.
So if he's a walking plot device, then it's like, you wasted a character.
Yeah, and it's weird. I really don't want to see that happen in the movie. The trailer looks kind of cool. Like, the trailer show looks cool. I like what they might be doing with the whole like Aquaman Batman relationship.
Basically, Batman's relationship with everyone is like, I'm gonna insult you, and then you'll be my friend.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, it'll suck. I think. It's weird because I remember everybody getting so mad about Ben Affleck being Batman, and I just think that he's probably been the best part so far of that. It's like, I like Ben Affleck as Batman. I think he sells the presence of Batman really well in the movies and stuff, and feels really confident in the role, even when they give him really shitty lines. So it'll suck to see him like leave and then have to be replaced by somebody, which I wouldn't even know who they would replace him with.
Armie Hammer.
I was thinking that too. I was just thinking that there was also somebody I saw Matt Bomer run around, which I think Matt Bomer actually needs to be in a superhero movie soon. I think he could pull it off pretty well.
You know what? Rainn Wilson.
Rainn Wilson should be in a superhero movie though. I don't know what, like, realistically, I want him to be somebody like the Riddler or something.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome. Okay, so did you know what the rumor was for the Batman?
What?
It was originally just like an Arkham movie where it's Batman, he's in Arkham, it's on lockdown, and Deathstroke is hunting him inside of Arkham. And you get cameos from every villain.
That actually sounds kind of cool.
But now, no, we're just going to rewrite the script.
So many things, it's too much for me. They just like, everybody's so confident. The people who are so confident in the DC movies, and I just can't. It's hard to be. I really don't want to like.
You don't want to be a downer?
Yeah, I don't want to find out all those movies get canceled 2 years from now. Like, I don't want the Flash movie to cancel. I want to see it come to light. I want to see what it looks like. The little bit I saw in Suicide Squad was actually pretty cool. Like, when he came in with the suit, it was like, I was like, actually, I want to see what happens here in this. And so it'll suck if we don't get to see those movies. If we get hyped for these movies being told they're coming out and they just like don't happen, Yeah. It's just like, we're cutting our losses, you guys. And you're like, oh no.
It's weird. It's weird to live in a world where Aquaman is the most promising DC movie right now.
Right. And that is weird. That is really weird. And I'm worried. But I hope Jason Momoa does a good job. I think he will though. I think he has a good director who knows how to deal with people. Who knows how to deal with like somebody like him, an actor like him, because he's like he doesn't have like a broad range, but he's got like a really great like screen presence and like charisma to him. You know. So tough guy Iron Man. He's like kind of perfect for that, for like 90s, because that's what he is. He's 90s hook hand Iron Man.
I'm sure by the end of Justice League, it'll be like, oh, I lost my arm. Let me just put this hook on.
Right there. Just like, and he just like knifes a dude in the side. Also, like, who would they get to play Darkseid? That's the thing. That's a question I've been wondering.
Oh, they can't get Michael Clark Duncan anymore.
I know, right? That was like the dream cast right there. Is Michael Clark Duncan as Darkseid. I would have watched the crap out of that movie, even if they did 2 bad ones before. I would have like, yes, we're watching this. Because I'm excited to see Thanos. I like Josh Brolin as Thanos. I thought it was funny because everybody was like, he was just floating in a chair. I was so intimidated by Thanos in Guardians of the Galaxy 1. I was like, oh shit. Especially since we set up that Ronan was the bad guy, and as soon as he like came in, Ronan was like, no, like I'm just a little bitch now. Like,
yeah, when your big bad has like a boss sitting in a chair doing nothing, it's like, oh, that's intimidating.
Yeah, and to see, I'm excited about the idea that we get to see Josh Brolin go through a whole movie just like as Thanos, like just running around beating the crap out of people, like taking names. People like, oh man, like you can't do this. Watch me. And he just like puts the thing on it and just like clicks his fingers. I feel like that's how the movies go in. Like they're gonna be like it's literally just gonna be like, what's happening? And Thanos is gonna be like, watch me destroy everything. Boom. And then like the lights behind him, everything's gonna light up, and you're just gonna be like, boom.
You know what'd be crazy? It ends like that. Credits. Everyone's waiting for a post-credit scene. Nothing. Everyone loses their minds.
It's
They're
just
like, no. What happened?
Thanos looks at the screen and is like, there is only death. You're like, oh.
Why?
It's just like Emperor Strikes Back level 10, just like everything's decimated. How could they possibly get out of this?
Boom, the shield is cracked. Boom, I just killed Thor. Right? Boom, I stole the Vision's gem.
Yeah, right? Everybody's just like knocked out in the ground, like the vibranium shield is gone, Black Panther's over there on the floor, his arm was broken, like it's just
Spider-Man's the last one, he's like, I'm out.
Yeah, no, Spider-Man's like gets knocked in. She's just like, just like crying over the suit. It's like, and then all this stuff comes together. Spider-Man like gets the suit, and everybody like comes back together. Like, we gotta do this.
Oh yes, they definitely have to retreat, and then the black suit.
Captain Marvel like comes in the second one. Like she gets her powers in the first one. We get to introduce to Kara. They do the movie. Then we come back to the second one. She's just like, I'm here now. We're like, oh my god. It's just like everything. Oh man, I'm excited.
Yeah.
This is an exciting time to be alive. This is how it must have felt to be a Twilight fan like 10 years ago. Like, just everybody.
I think it's a little bit more exciting. This is what it's like to be a fan of, I don't know, Godzilla movies? I don't know.
Yeah, Godzilla movies when they came back. No, not the first time they came back. No, like, I feel like I'm trying to think of something that was just like
a Harry Potter fan.
Oh, yeah.
Like right when the first 2 movies came out.
Yeah, right when it was the biggest thing in the whole world, and you've been like reading all the books, because like I've read like parts of Harry Potter books. Like I've probably watched movies way more than I've read the books, so I didn't get as hype about it. But like this is I've literally been waiting for this forever, and I had these arguments with people. Well, not arguments, but like we'll have discussions, and people will be like, it's just like a whole thing. They just want you to watch the next movie and do this, and I'm just like, no. That's what I wanted. I've been asking for this since they released the Spider-Man movie. Since the X-Men movie came out. I was like literally like, it's weird because I feel like when they did it in Iron Man, the post-credit scene in Iron Man, it was the first time that happened. But like before that, I've been literally waiting for them to do that exact thing. Just like, so when are they going to connect it to the other parts of the universe? Like when are they going to like, just like there all these like, this is before I understood the whole like weird legality problems. It was
back in like 2005, I was like, okay, now we have Fantastic Four, we have Spider-Man, right? The X-Men,
like,
we have Hulk.
They gotta come
when
together,
are they gonna
right?
team up?
Right? Yeah, like you're just waiting for it to happen. You waiting for the post-credit sequence. You waiting for all of that, you know. And And I was just like, I guess they never gonna do it. And then it just started fucking happening. And I was like, I'm important. God is real. Like, I'm sorry. Like, as a person with a religion, like, as a religious person, you could not believe in God. You couldn't believe in God. Like, that's fine. But for me personally, that was confirmation. It's the little things that just like, you know what? Sometimes your prayers do get answered. You, like, look back. Life in ruins. But guess what? Iron Fist is coming out next month. Then Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
Thor, Black Panther, Infinity War, both parts, Spider-Man. It's all gonna be great.
By that time, I'm gonna have the money necessary to see the movie, so I'm gonna be good. You're like homeless. You're like, I'm like outside homeless. That's like, I just have my cup. On the cup it says like Infinity War on the side of it. Just like,
we'll do work for money tickets.
Yeah. Movie tickets. So he's just like, it's just like, I'm satisfied, and when people go like they tired of it, I'm just like, I'm not there yet. I think I'm gonna be tired of it when
they go back in time and grab teenage Tony Stark.
Yeah, right. I don't know, when people start dying or whatever, and they just like when Kevin Feige leaves and they just don't come up with somebody better than that, and he's just like, we need to sell toys. Like, then I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm done with this.
When they go back to Avi Arad and he's like, oh yes, we need to sell a bunch of X-Men toys.
The old toys. We must sell the toys, so we must make the X-Men wear blue, because blue is the most popular color right now. I hate the X-Men costumes in the new one. They got me so hyped about them doing the classic costumes, and I saw them, and I was like, those are not the classic costumes. Those are terrible, and you guys should be ashamed of yourself. And the thing about it was, they had the people, they were like, oh man, we can get the people that do the Marvel costumes, and we can get these other people. Let's go with the other people who don't have a proven track record of awesome. Like,
we could also make a deal with Marvel and actually make money, but let's not do that.
That's what they should do. That should be the next thing. It should just lead up into like a weird, like them just like building up into like the universe is over the first time. So we just found out they connected universes and stuff, and it's just like the X-Men come through, and then we just like, this is too much, but I'm still watching all these movies.
Avengers 4, Secret Wars, make it happen.
Oh, even better, Avengers versus X-Men.
That has to be Avengers 5 or 6. Because we need, what do we need? Annihilus, Doctor Doom. Just get them all.
Oh man, if they ever get Doctor Doom back, like if that ever happens, if they ever get the Fantastic Four back, we're not gonna see any of those other characters. We just gonna see Doom. Like,
Doom is gonna cross over with everyone.
He's gonna be the main villain of whatever phase that is, just building up a whole thing, like creating stuff, ruining everybody's lives. It's gonna be great. I do really want to see a good Doom, because I wasn't super into Doctor Doom when I was younger, but then recently I've been realizing how cool he is as a character, and how great he is as a character, and how all the cool stuff he does. And it's just like, why do I keep seeing these white Doctor Doom? He is a magic scientist. Do it. Like, he's a magic foreign scientist. Like, how is that not the coolest thing ever?
And he's a king. He's a king of his own country. That doesn't exist.
Right? Like, and you guys are just gonna go, we're gonna make him like a hacker dude or whatever. It's just Toby Kebbell. And, his worst role ever. Whatever. Like, also, he doesn't have a dope mask. He, like, looks stupid.
Why?
It was so bad. I was like, why is this boring? Like,
I should be having fun. I remember I like Fantastic Four, but I don't like this movie.
Right? Yeah. Like, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Like, I don't even like Fantastic Four too much. But Doom is easy to do. Doom is so cool. You could make the whole movie about Doom for the most part.
He could be an Iron Man villain.
Amazing.
He could be his own hero /
His
villain.
mom was a witch, and then he learned super science. Not regular science, super science. Like, I want to see that movie. I wanted to see it. I was thinking about it. I was like, man, that'd be so cool. Just see his mom, like, teaching him how to be evil and do magic. And then he, like, grows. She, like, dies and grows up to, like, meet Reed Richards, who thinks he's all hot shit. And he's just like, no, I am Doom. I will crush you. I will crush you and your tiny, tiny American brain. And then Reed's just like, you can't stop me. He's just like, no. Then magic comes out. Just like, That's not science. It is the science of the beyond.
I like this Doom movie. I like it a lot. You know, that's how I explain why the Fantastic Four doesn't exist in the MCU. Because Doom killed them.
Right? Like, actually, that would be a really good way. Like, that would... I feel like Fantastic Four... A lot of people have said this, and I think it's a really good idea. And it's if the Fantastic Four was like a show, and it took place in the 60s, or like it early was like a period piece kind of thing. So, like, the Fantastic Four existed. They're not in the Marvel Universe now because they are old or dead. But we get to see them in the show. The only thing is doing Thing becomes a problem because that would be expensive.
Yeah. Would it be?
Maybe in an episode series. Did you see Legion yet?
No, not yet.
Oh, it's fucking weird.
Well, we gotta watch that. We gotta do a whole thing on that.
Yeah.
Maybe when the 3rd or 4th episode comes out, I'll watch them all.
Yeah. I got it. And I also just got X-Men Legacy, which was the book they did on Legion before. It was around Avengers vs. X-Men, and I'm just starting it. I literally just started today, so I can't tell you if it's good. I've heard it was very good, and he's a character I really like. I don't get why he's not Scottish in the show though. Dan Stevens is like British. He can probably easily do a Scottish accent.
You pull that off.
Why didn't they do that? I don't know. I always think it's really weird when like they don't. When it's just like, but that person is that thing. Like they do that. Like, why? Just let them talk normally.
Just let him speak. Let the man talk.
I always thought it like, I think it's weird that in Star Wars Force Awakens that Finn doesn't have an accent. Like, why?
Yeah, why does he have to fake an American accent?
Right,
Why can't he just talk like this?
They're in space. Rey has a British accent. Like, what's going on? What's happening?
But then what's his name? What's his face? Diego Luna. He could talk like this for the whole movie.
He was cool though.
Yeah, but he got to keep his accent.
People were really happy about that. That was
Yeah.
like a big deal for people. I saw like a whole article this girl wrote about taking her dad to see that
Rogue
movie and being like, he has an accent like me. You know, like that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think my mom would have been. Oh, I don't know. Maybe my grandma would be happy, but then she doesn't know what Star Wars is, so.
That's funny.
She'd be confused. She's like, why are there no subtitles for me?
Well, but you could just start her off with that movie then, because she hasn't started. She just like start off at that movie and
She'd be like, where's everyone else? Oh, they died. That's right.
yeah. To just go straight into New Hope, just skip a bunch of movies.
Just go to New Hope and then Empire and then Return and then go to Force Awakens. There's nothing before that.
I heard there were other movies. No. There's Clone Wars, the series. Do you want to watch Clone Wars, the series?
Do you want to watch Clone Wars? We can watch Rebels too.
We can watch Rebels. We can do that.
All right. You think that's it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's call it a day, you guys.
Let's call it a day. That sounds good. We'll see you next week. All right. Peace out.
And A-Town down.